All right, so this is my first impressions of this PDF army for the old world. I did record one for each and every one of the armies that are coming out that are going to be labeled a legacy. Now, if you don't want to wait for them to come out, because I'm going to put them out every couple of days or so, they're all behind the members-only paywall if you want to just watch them all right now. Otherwise, they will be out for you real soon. Ogre Kingdoms! It's the Ogre Ace time. Ogre Kingdoms Grand Army composition, 0-1 Tyrant or a Slaughter Master per 1,000 points. You must have 1+ unit of Ogre Bulls. Iron Guts, Nobbler Fighters, Nobbler Trappers, and Saber Tusk packs count as core. Nothing else really cool to talk about there. Okay, let's go look at special rules before we roll up to the characters, because it gives more understanding. Ogre Kingdom special rules. We have largely insignificant. So units with largely insignificant are unimportant to the ogres, so like Nobblers don't cause panic, so keep that in mind. Lookout Nobblers and upgrade. A champion or character that has joined a unit with this special rule, make a Lookout Sir roll if there are 2 or more rank and file models in the unit rather than the usual 5. In addition, you may reroll Lookout Sir rolls if there are 5 more rank and file models in the unit. Okay, so easy Lookout Sir at less model count than you normally would need. Makes sense, and rerollable. Let's read, I guess. Well, a few of these special rules I'll read when they're more relevant. Ogre Charge will be relevant for almost every unit I talk about. So Ogre Charge, armor piercing characteristic of any impact hit caused by a model with a special rule, but not its mount, is improved by its current rank bonus. Oh, cool. Or in the case of characters, the rank bonus of any unit they have joined. Interesting. I kind of like that. No longer need to roll 10+. I think that's like really old though. There used to be a rule where you had to roll 10+ to get an Ogre Charge ability. Now it's just rank bonus. Gives me a reason to want to bring ogres deep. Let's see if they're worth it when we get there. Okay, Tyrannical Overlords, the Tyrant and the Bruiser. We're gonna talk about the Tyrant. He's 185 points. I do want to point. Oh, you know what? We're talking about both these actually. The Tyrant is movement 6, weapon skill 6, skill 4, strength, toughness 5, 5 wounds, initiative 5, 5 attacks, leadership 9. Again, 185 points. The Bruiser is 110 points. He's got weapon skill 5, strength, toughness 5 as well, 4 wounds, 4 initiative, 4 attacks, leadership 8. A lot of armies would love that Bruiser stat, but 185 points to that Tyrant. He is a monster, literally in every way. 40 by 40 millimeter bases for these guys, but that's common knowledge. You can buy additional hand weapon, Iron Fist. Ooh, it's a special item called an Iron Fist. And Ogre Pistols, an abrasive Ogre Pistols. Heavy light armor may be mounted, may have a big name. So we have upgrades kind of like Demonic Gifts or Vows. So they have an extra upgrade chart of big names. 100 points of magic items. Armor Bane 1. Oh, double star. Note these rules don't apply to the models mount. Okay, fair enough. So Armor Bane 1. Bull Charge. Bull Charge is a rule written here on the Overlord. Impact hits caused by this model, but not the mount, have an armor piercing characteristic of 1. So it's 1 plus your rank bonus. Cool. Fear impact hits 2. Interesting. Ogre Charge that has your rank bonus. Let's look at these pieces of equipment before we move on. Either way, without buying any magic items, that guy is a beat stick, quite literally. Said page 26 is where I wanted to send me. Bear with me as we scroll back and forth quite often in this. Okay, Iron Fists are strength user, AP nothing, extra attacks 1, requires 2 hands. However, there's a note. An Iron Fist is an additional hand weapon as described on page 213 of the Warhammer Rulebook. In addition, a model with an Iron Fist improves its armor value by 1. An Iron Fist cannot be used alongside a magic weapon to gain an extra attack or to improve the wielder's armor value. Okay, so an Iron Fist is not only an additional attack, but it's also a shield, but does not work with magic weapons. Cool. Ogre Pistols are actually 24-inch range, strength 4, AP 1, armor bane 1, and quick shot. So no penalty for firing on the move. Oh, I think that means you can march too. No, that's move or shoot. Never mind. So quick shot is no penalty for moving on... You know what? Gotta stop that. Only got 2 games in. Shouldn't assume I know everything. Quick shot. Might be the stand and shoot one. There's a bunch of you who remember exactly what it is. A weapon with this special rule does not suffer the -1 modifier to moving and shooting. And you can make a stand and shoot reaction regardless how close the enemy is. And then the brace of Ogre pistols is the same thing, but it's multiple shots too. And it gives you additional attack when fighting. Okay. Oh no, I closed it. All right, let's reopen that up. All right, so context for Ogre Lord, without knowing the big names. You know what? Let's go look at big names. I'm too curious about how beefy you can make this character. For 30 points, you can be a Maw Seeker, a model with the troop types infantry. The character has a +1 modifier to the toughness characteristic. However, the character is also subject to stupidity. Not too bad if you're leadership 9, but if you're already in combat, who cares? Mountaineer for 25 points. A model with this troop type infantry. This character cannot be wounded on a wound roll of 2, regardless of the strength of the attack. Okay. Giant Breaker, the character Bananas Mountain is +1 modifier to his strength characteristic. However, the character cannot refuse a challenge, nor may they have joined a unit. Nor any unit they have joined can flee as a charge reaction. That makes sense. Kin Eater, for your army general only, that's 15 points, unless the character is fleeing friendly models with the character in the character's command range, may re-roll failed panic or rally. That's actually pretty good. Long Strider for 10 points, +1 movement, Beast Killer for 5 points. Once per turn, this character may re-roll a single failed roll to wound against an enemy model with a large target special rule. It's only 5 points, why not? And Death Cheater for 5 points. Once per game, you may make your opponent re-roll a single roll to wound made against this character. Okay. If you're not going to buy anything, just buy Death Cheater for 5 points. Make your opponent reroll 1 wound. I feel like none of them wow me, to be honest with you. Oh no, Kin Eater's pretty good. Having an aura for 15 points, having an aura reroll failed panic and rally. That's actually kind of good. And Giant Breaker for +1 strength can be good with certain... In the past, it can be good with certain combos. Keep in mind, in this edition, it doesn't give you any extra AP, so its value might be less, but we'll see if we find any combos when we get to magic items. We'll come back to those later. All right, so Overlord, stat monster. All right, for Emissaries of the Great Maw, that's your wizards. 230 points for a Slaughter Master, 105 points for a Bruiser, or sorry, a Butcher. A Slaughter Master is movement 6, weapon skill 4, strength 4, toughness 5, 5 wounds, initiative 3, 4 attacks, leadership 8. He's a level 3 wizard. He used battle magic, elemental, and illusion. Didn't expect illusion, not gonna lie. Elemental and battle makes sense to me, but didn't expect illusion. You can buy additional hand weapon, may purchase a Butcher's Cauldron, may purchase a single big name. A Slaughter Master may be a level 4 wizard for plus 35 points, 100 points of magic items. Armor Bane 1, Impact Hits 2, Lord of the Great Maw, Ogre Charge. So the Butcher's Cauldron replaces the character's Impact Hits 2 special rule with Impact Hits D3 plus 1. Badass. In addition, during the command sub-phase of their turn, and if they're not engaged in combat, a character with the Butcher's Cauldron may attempt to make an offering to the Great Maw by making a leadership test. Keep in mind their leadership 8. If this test is passed until your next start of turn sub-phase, this character and any unit they have joined have regeneration 5+. However, if the test has failed, the character immediately loses a single wound. That's cool. I love it. I love it. Because it's not going to work when you want it to, and that's why I love it. That's actually pretty cool. What's up? 30 points? Cauldron 30 points. Love it. Let's look at the lore of the Great Maw. I have a Scrag Slaughter model I got to paint up now, put him on a square base. For those of you who don't know, that's the guy with the Butcher's Cauldron. I mean, yeah, the Butcher's Cauldron. Lord of the Great Maw. Here we go. We have Toothcracker and Troll Guts for spells you can swap into. Toothcracker is an enchantment casting value of 7 or 10 with a range of 12. If you cast a 7+, unit gains a +1 toughness modifier to a maximum of 10. That's really good. If you cast with a 10 or more, it's a +2 toughness modifier. This spell lasts until the end of this turn. So it's not gonna. It's a one and done. That makes more sense because that's gonna make units very hard to kill. It's gonna put most of your units at toughness 5 or higher. So that's really, really good. Troll Guts is casting value 8 or 11, range of 15. It's also an enchantment. If this spell is cast with a casting value 8 or more, Target friendly unit gains 6 of regeneration. If it's casting value 11 or more, 5 of regeneration. This one lasts until the start of your next turn. Now you can't get both. Well, I haven't read. Maybe there's a magic item that allows you to get both, but man, which one would you rather have? Regeneration or +1 toughness? Probably +1. I think probably +1 toughness because regeneration still counts for combat res if you make your save. But yeah, I like them both. I wish I could have both. Put both on a unit. That's super survivable, right? I'm sure we got more. Yeah, we have hunters in the game. 115 points. Movement 6. Strength toughness 5. 4 wounds. 4 attacks. Leadership 9. Ooh. A hunter goes on a 50 by 50 millimeter base. There are other ogres going 40 by 40. Comes with hand weapon, great throwing spears, and light armor. Great throwing spears. Where are you? Range 12, strength 6, AP 1, move and shoot, and quick shot. So no penalty for moving and shooting. Always stand and shoot. Can march and shoot. Let's skill 4. Strength 6, AP 1. It's not nothing. You're gonna do you're gonna chip wounds off monsters. You may take additional hand weapon. May have a harpoon launcher. May be mounted. Made by ambushers, made by scout special rule, made by vanguard special rule. These are like a couple of points apiece. That's dirt cheap. Armor bane 1, fear, impact is 1, loner, move through cover, ogre charge, and running with the pack. Running with the pack. A hunter that joins the unit of Sabertusk gains the swift stride special rule for as long as they remain with the unit. In addition, for as long as the hunter remains with the unit, the Sabertusk lose the impetuous special rule. Oh, that's why it's 50 by 50. The Sabertusk are probably on a 50. They're probably on a 25 by 50 base. I'm guessing before we even get there. I want to look at what a harpoon launcher does before we move on. See page 26. I can't wait to play these guys, actually. Oh, I haven't played all these armies yet. A harpoon launcher, range 36, strength 6, AP 2, multiple wounds D3, and ponderous. So if you move, you're -2 to hit. Do you want to have a harpoon launcher? It's going to make you slow. You want to move with this guy. I think the throwing spears are better. Interesting. So the old Warhammer Fantasy model has throwing spears. That one's better than the harpoon launcher, I think. Unless you want to consider it. No, wait a second. Hold on. I'm going to take that back 1 second. The harpoon launcher is basically a Sigmar model, right? It's actually not Warcry. Is it Warcry? Silver Tower? It's one of those little warband games. Hunter is 115 points. The harpoon launcher is 10 points. So 125 points to have a little war machine that fires a strength 6 AP 2 bolt. 1 shot, 1 damage. Doesn't have through and through. But it's... No, don't buy that harpoon launcher. It's just overpriced for what it does. Run around with those javelins, get ready to fight. Fire bellies! 110 points, strength 4, toughness 5, initiative 2, 3 attacks, leadership 7. It's a level 1 wizard, may take battle magic or elementalism, can take a great weapon, maybe a level 2 wizard for 35 points, Armor bane 1, blessings of the volcano god, flaming attacks, impact is 1, and ogre charge. Blessing of the volcano god, a model of this special rule is a 4 board save against wounds suffered that were caused by the flaming attack special rule, and gains a strength 4 AP 1 breath weapon. Is this guy tough enough to run around on his own? Maybe. That breath weapon, running around, breathing fire on things, that's how I'm going to run him. I think I'm going to run him as a single solo guy. I wish he could take Illusion. Illusion has that one spell. Ooh, the ogres can. I think illusion magic might be illusion magic might be a big thing for the ogres because they have good fighting stats. And there's one spell that the better the fighter the wizard is, the better the spell is. Without getting too deep into that. Okay, for character mounts, we have the Stone Horn and the Thunder Tusk. Keep in mind, tyrants, bruisers, or hunters may be mounted on a Stone Horn or Thunder Tusk for 195 points or 165 points. We'll get to what all they do when we talk about the units that they are. Oh, you know what? We can talk about them now. Never mind. The Stone Horn is plus 195 points to the character riding it. It's a behemoth with movement value of 7. Strength 6, effectively toughness 6. Plus 4 wounds, initiative 2, 4 attacks. Horns of Stone just makes the 4 strength 6 attacks AP2. And Petrified Flesh counts as full plate armor. Armor Bane 2 for the Stonehorn only. Close Order, first charge. Impact hits D6 plus 1. It's a behemoth, so good impact. No. Behemoth does not affect impact. I gotta remember that. Large target, Stone Skeleton, Swift Stride, Terror, and Thunderous Charge. Thunderous Charge, I know, is his impact attacks are AP2. So, weirdly enough, his impact attacks do have the same benefit as Behemoth, but not because of Behemoth. And then the Stone Skeleton special rule. We have to scoop over to that. Should I guess what it is? Stones. I'm not seeing. Oh, here we go. This model is less vulnerable to multiple wounds X. If it suffers an unsaved wound from attack with a special rule that reduce the number of wounds by 1 to a minimum of 1. So if you are multiple wounds 3, you only take 2 damage. If you're multiple wounds 2, you only take 1 damage. So basically this thing is effectively minus 1 damage. It won't always come into play, but when it does... Thunder Tusk, very similar, actually exactly the same stats. 165 points for the increase. Great Tusk for its melee weapon, which is actually strength 6 AP 1, but armor bane 2. Counts as heavy armor with his frozen pelt. He has the Chill Breath, which is strength 2 AP 1 breath weapon with multiple wounds D3. You're going to get cold. First charge, impact hits D3, large target, numbing chill, stomp attacks 3, and Swift Stride and Terror. So we got to go look at what numbing chill does, but I don't think... Yeah, the Stonehorn does not have stomp. And the Thunder Tusk has Stomp 3 and a lighter impact, but no AP on his impact. Okay, let's go see what Numbing Chill do. While in base contact with this model, enemy models suffer a -1 to their weapon skill and initiative characteristics to a minimum of 1. -1 weapon skill and initiative. Not bad. I don't know if I love it, but not bad. Definitely not bad. Okay, we're going on to the core. Your infantry, Ogre Bulls. They're 31 points a model. Movement 6, weapon skill 3, strength toughness 4, 3 wounds, initiative 2. They're dwarf slow. But remember, initiative 2 is not that big a deal. They will fight at initiative 5 and 4 almost as much as they fight as initiative 2. Because remember, you get initiative bonuses when you charge. And if an opponent breaks away from you, you don't have to follow up. And you can go ahead and charge on your next turn, gaining +2 initiative. So, yeah. 31 points. They come with hand weapons and light armor. Made by additional hand weapons for 3 points. Made by Iron Fist for 4 points, which I would all day long. 1 more point of additional hand weapon might as well, because you get the same additional attack, but you also get that extra armor. 0 to 1 unit per 1,000 points may purchase a magic standard. Impact is 1, armor bane 1. Oh, armor bane 1 on the unit, not bad. Close order and ogre charge. I think it's a solid unit. I think it's a very solid unit. Yeah, you got to go through 3 toughness 4 wounds just to reduce attacks coming back at you. Iron Guts are 39 points a model. Now, you're going to gain for 8 more points. You got the same stats across the board. Oh no, you get +1 leadership, but you also get great weapons and heavy armor. Are we going to have a problem where Iron Guts are just better again? Any Iron Guts can buy Veteran for +2 points a model. It allows you to reroll like every leadership test except for like not break tests. That's probably not auto include, but maybe not auto include. They don't have armor bane, but they don't need it because their weapon has it. 8 points a model gets you. Well, no. So you have to buy Iron Fist to have the same save. So effectively, 4 points more a model gets you a great weapon and better leadership. Yeah. All right, let's see a Grand Army composition. I may have already said it, but I don't recall. you must have 1 unit of Ogre Bulls. The rest can be Iron Guts. So you have to have 1 unit of Ogre Bulls. Okay, force you. I understand it, but Iron Guts, once again, are just better. Oh, I scrolled too far. Next, we got Lead Belchers, the same stats as an Ogre Bull, 41 points a model. All the rules you would expect. Comes with light armor and a Lead Belcher gun. Lead Belcher gun has 2 shooting profiles. A solid shot that is range 24, strength 5, AP 2. Armor Bane 1, cumbersome, so no standing and shooting, and multiple wounds 2. They're ballistic skill 3, so long as you don't move, and you don't really have to, they are hitting on 5s for range, for shooting out at half range, and that's not bad, not terrible. Or the thing to do is scatter shot. It's 18-inch range, it's only strength 3, and it's armor bane 1. However, a lead... Wait, where's that line? When firing a scatter shot, a Lead Belcher gun gains D3 hits on the target enemy hit for each hit rather than 1. So you can fire 1 shot apiece that gives you D3 hits at strength 3 in shorter range, or you can get longer range, 1 shot, strength 5, AP 2, multiple wounds 2. It's not a terrible unit. Nobbler Trappers, 5 points for a goblin stat. Movement 4, weapon skill 2, ballistic skill 3, strength 2, toughness 3, 1 wound, initiative 3, 1 attack, leadership 5, and 5 points. 10 plus for unit. They have hand weapons and throwing weapons. They're largely insignificant. They have move through cover. They have scouts and they're skirmishers. Oh, I like this unit. Scouts and skirmishers. Traps and snares. Any enemy model that ends their charge move in base contact with 1 model with a special rule must take a dangerous terrain check. Forget that. These things are War Machine Hunters. They have leadership 5. They're going to run and get killed by anything, but they have a job to do. Man Eaters. 54 points a model. Better stats. Movement 6, weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4, strength 5, toughness 4, 3 wounds, 3 initiative, 4 attacks, leadership 8. 2 plus per unit. Unit size is 2 plus. Hand weapons and light armor. Any model may take additional hand weapon or an iron fist or a great weapon. An ogre pistol, a brace of ogre pistols. The captain, the sergeant, may take 50 points of magic items. You have a lookout nobbler. Well, 1 unit per 1,000 points may purchase a banner for 50 points. Any unit may have 0 to 2 of the following special rules. You just pick. Immune to psychology, not a bad one. Poison attacks, not a bad one. Stubborn, not a bad one. And Vanguard. Otherwise, close order, fear, impact 1. Motley Crew and Ogre Charge. Motley Crew allows you to have different weapons in your unit, and you put wounds where appropriate and attack with the weapons that are in base contact. I actually don't like Motley Crew. I just count all my guys having the same weapon. What would I do? Vanguard and Poison, and buy everybody brace of pistols like the good old days. They are ballistic skill 4. Sit off on the side and rat-tat-tat all day. Immune to Psychology and Stubborn. Run them up the center. Vanguard and Immune to Psychology. I don't know the best combo. I don't know the best combo yet. Interesting. This is going to be a fun unit. Nobbler Fighters. Nobblers are 2 points a model. Weapon skill 2, strength 2, toughness 3, 1 wound, initiative 3, 1 attack, leadership 5. They have hand weapons and throwing weapons. And they're largely insignificant, and they come with Horde and close order. These are the cheapest infantry I've seen in the game so far. And nobody cares if they panic. Love it. Yetis. 46 points a model, same 40 by 40 mil base. Unit size is 2 plus. They have Grim Frost weapons. Movement 7. They're zippy fast. Strength 5, toughness 4, 3 wounds, initiative 4, 3 attacks, leadership 7. You have a champion. 0 to 1 unit per 1,000 points in your army may have one of the following: Scouts at plus 3 points a model. Awesome. Vanguard at plus 2 points a model. Awesome. Armored Hide 1. So they have a 6 of armor save. Okay. Fear, Flammable, Loner, Move Through Cover, Numbing Chill, Open Order, and Swift Stride. So they have their own Numbing Chill, lowering your weapon skill and initiative. They're flammable, which it doesn't do anything for them because they don't have regeneration. But if you cast Troll Guts on them, you don't get it from flaming attacks. Open Order and Swift Stride. These things are fast. Move through cover, open order. Okay, Grimfrost weapons are Strength 5, AP 1, Armor Bane 1, and magical attacks. I love Yetis. Okay, the Saber-Tusk packs are on 25 by 50 millimeter bases. Movement 8, Strength Toughness 4, 2 wounds, Initiative 4, 2 attacks, Leadership 6, and 17 points a model. They can buy Ambushers for 3 points a model, Scouts for 2 points a model, and Vanguard for 1 point a model. They have Armor Bane 1 built in. Fear, they're impetuous. Remember, put the Hunter in there and you ignore it. Move through cover, open order. Skirmishers. Skirmishers. Okay. This is the edition where I'm going to finally have a Hunter with the Saber-Tusk packs running around actually doing things. I would never use this unit as a skirmishing impetuous unit. I hate that. But throw that Hunter in there, take away impetuous. This is a unit that's going to be terrifying. Like in the context of the edition, how it plays, the way you fight and everything. These Saber-Tusks are Initiative 4. They're going to be 7 on the charge, more often than not, up to 8. No, I'm loving Saber-Tusk packs. Mournfang Cav. They are movement 8. The Mournfang, they have just Ogre Bulls on top of it, but the Mournfang adds 3 more Strength 5 attacks, and they're 64 points a model. They have hand weapons and light armor, and they have the Mournfang Tusk special rule. I'll get to that. Mournfang Tusk means they are... Oh, the 3 Strength 5 attacks on the Mournfang are AP 1 and Armor Bane 1. That's all that means. All right. Can we get heavy armor? We can buy heavy armor for 3 points. That's a 5-up save. We can buy an Iron Fist for 4 points. Now we're at, what, adding 7 points. So this is a 71-point model, and we have a 4-up armor save. But the unit also has Armored Hide 1, so a 3-up armor save. 71 points a model, 4 wounds apiece, and toughness 4. It's not bad. Impact hits D3, Mournfang Charge, which I believe was the AP2 on the impact attacks. And that's D3 apiece. Okay. These things are expensive, but I think they're probably going to be worth it in this edition. The champion can take a brace of pistols and 25 points of magic items. And 1 unit per 1,000 points in the army may have a 50-point magic banner. Would you rather have a great weapon? Oh. Would you rather have a great weapon or... sorry, I got distracted by text by Matthew. Or extra armor save. If there's not a lot of shooting in this edition, great weapons. If you see some shooting... I don't think there's a bad loadout for these guys. Mournfang Cav expensive, but are probably going to hold their own. The Iron Blaster's 185 points. It's a heavy chariot. It has the kin of the Sky Titans. It has a Rhydox, which is 3 Strength 5 attacks. Otherwise, there's a Lead Belcher on top of it, and a Goblin. Or, sorry, a Nobbler. Armor Bane 2 for the Rhynox. Close Order Fear, first charge. Impact hits D6 plus 1. Heavy chariot, so these impact hits do get AP. Large target. Cannon of the Skies. It is a Strength 10 AP3 Armor Bane 2 cannon. Multiple wounds D3 plus 1, or it can do a scatter shot, which is Strength 4 AP1 breath weapon. It's a heavy chariot. It's toughness 6, 5 wounds, 4 armor save. That breath weapon is going to make this thing, dare I say yet again, the Ogre cannon is the auto include. It has its own misfire chart, but that's pretty cool. Nobbler Scrap Launch. It's 140 points, strength and toughness 5, 5 wounds, heavy chariot with armor of 4 up. Armor Bane 2 for the Rhynox, who cares? Impact hits D6 plus 1, so cool, it can fight. Scrap Launcher is a stone thrower, effectively, that is strength 4 under the hull, AP2 with multiple wounds 2, otherwise it's strength 3, AP nothing. Oh! It's a 5-inch blast, it's the big blast. Okay. Scrap Launcher has 140 points. It's going to be good. It's going to be worth it. Stonehorn Riders. We talked about those, the Stonehorn earlier. It's 245 points if you want to have it running off on its own without a character. You can buy a Harpoon Launcher. You can buy a Chain Trap and Vulture. So Chain Trap is a 12-inch range, strength 6, AP nothing, killing blow attack for 1 ranged attack. And the Vulture is a 36 range strength 4 attack. It's a nothing range attack. It's just 245-point monster with all the rules we talked about earlier. Not bad. Do you want your character on it when you can have this guy running off on his own? I don't know. Great thing is the models are so similar. It doesn't matter what you play it as. I think the Tyrant is such a beefstick. He should be joining a unit and let the Stonehorn run off on his own, do his own thing. But I don't think it's a terrible thing to put your character on him. The Thunder Tusk is a 215-point version of the Thunder Tusk without the character. Yeah, nothing else to talk about here. It's just 215 points. There's no character on it. I like it. Giant. It is 200 points. 50 by 50 millimeter base minimum. 50 by 75 millimeter base maximum. It gives you two different bases in case you don't know which. Well, depending what area you bought your Giant, it'd be on a different base if it's already on a square base. This thing's movement 6, weapon skill 3, strength, toughness is a wound 6, initiative 2, leadership 10, and its attacks are random. It may do a pickup and ability or roll on the Giant's attack table. So pick up and you can reach down, pick up a model and base contact with it. You can do like a little test if your opponent passes the test. He like swats your hand away, you're fine. Otherwise, yeah, shove them in your pants. And then you keep doing it again. You can just keep removing models from play by doing that. But more often than not, I think we're going to go ahead and do Giant attacks. You roll on a chart and consult the chart. I talked about the Giant in a couple other videos. I will quickly do it again. If you roll a 1, you pick one model and headbutt it. The unit, that one model takes D3 plus 1 wounds. No armor or regeneration allowed, but you may do ward as normal. You can belly flop. You just jump up in the air, flop your belly down the unit, place a 3-inch round blast template, and do some damage. Strength is going to be 6, AP 2. Swing with club is going to be D6 plus 1 strength, 7 AP 2 attacks. That's if you roll 3 or 4. You can thump with club on if you roll a 5. One model gets hit at strength 10, AP 4 with multiple wounds D6. And you can jump up and down. The unit suffers D6 plus 1 hits, not attacks. D6 plus 1 hits at strength 6 with no armor permitted, ward and regeneration normal. So I think the Giant attacks are pretty solid. No more falling over. It has a timber special rule, so when it dies, it falls over and maybe does some damage. But otherwise, it's immune to psychology, large target, a closed order, and unbreakable. And light armor, because, light armor. Unbreakable. Solid unit. Giants, I think, are pretty good. Gorger, it's 90 points. Strength, toughness 5, 4 wounds, initiative 2, 4 attacks, leadership 8. It's on a 50 by 50 millimeter base. It's 4 strength 5 attacks or AP 2. It has one more attack, that's the descendable jaw. It has killing blow, otherwise it's strength 5, AP nothing. In combat, this model must make one of its attacks with this weapon. It has ambushers, regeneration 6+, swift stride, unbreakable, close order, frenzy, and ravenous hunger. Ravenous hunger is... when the Gorger declares a charge, it can reroll the charge roll. It can purchase Vanguard for 3 points or Scouts for 3 points. It's 90 points. It ain't cheap. But, pretty good for hunting enemy war machines, right? Big names we did. So we're doing magic weapons. Thunder Mace. It's 90-point magic weapon. It makes you strength plus 2, AP 2, armor bane 1, magical attacks, requires 2 hands, and strikes last. So far, this is a 90-point weapon that gives you magical attacks. Otherwise, it's exactly the same thing as a great weapon. All right. Rather than attacking normally, the wielder of the Thunder Mace may choose to make a special Thunder Strike attack. If they do, make a single roll to hit. If they're successful, place a small 3-inch blast template so that the center hole is directly over the center of the unit hit. Any model who lies underneath the template risks being hit. What? That's really good. I mean, it's situationally good. If you're fighting infantry, that's really good. No, I think it's good. If your unit has at least 2 ranks, it's going to be better than rolling normal attacks, right? The problem is you got to pay 90 points, almost your entire magic item allotment on your Tyrant, to use this weapon on a situation that's only good if you're fighting multiple ranks of things. I think it's too expensive to purchase, but damn, I want to try it. For 70 points, you can buy the Tenderizer. It gives you plus 2 strength and AP 3. Extra attacks plus 1. It does magical attacks, multiple wounds, D3, and strikes last. That's a reliable weapon. I'm going to challenge enemy characters with that. That's a good, reliable weapon. Skull Plucker is a, what is this? It's a heavy spiked metal gauntlet. Okay. Has killing blow, magical attacks, and strikes first. Otherwise, your strength user and no AP. I don't want to have no AP for 45 points. Blood Cleaver for 30 points. Strength user, AP 1, magical attacks. Emissaries of the Great Maw only. Oh, this is for your butchers. If the wielder of the Blood Cleaver causes one or more unsaved wounds during the combat phase, they recover a single lost wound. Yep, I like it. Magic armor, we have the Gut Maw. A Gut Maw is a suit of heavy armor. In addition, for each unsaved wound the wearer causes during a challenge, they recover a lost wound. Yep, like that. Can't mix that with any of the weapons that you want to take with them, though. Mastodon armor has been around for a while for these guys. Full plate armor and a 6-up ward save. I don't know if I want to play 40 points for that. What else we want to do? The Cathayan Jet Pendant is here again. It's 10 points because 6-up ward save. Oh, sorry. 6-up ward save against any wounds suffered that were caused by a magical missile, a vortex, or assailment. Boo. Let's take a look at the Dragon Hide banner. A good old thing from days of 8th edition. A unit carrying the Dragonhide banner may reroll any rolls of hit of 1. In addition, a unit carrying the Dragonhide banner has the flaming attack special rule. That's just better, right? You just have to roll. You have to charge to reroll ones, or the first round of combat reroll ones. Just rerolling hits of 1 for 45 points. Yep, all day long I'll take that. The Rune Maw. It's another magical banner. When an enemy wizard chooses a unit carrying the Rune Maw as a target of a spell, roll a d6. On a 3+, the wizard's controlling player must choose a new target. If there's no other visible target in range, the spell cannot be cast. Awesome. That's good. Cannibal Totem. The unit carrying the Cannibal Totem has regeneration 5+, but rolls only a single d6 on the pursuit roll instead of 2d6. I'll do that. I'll make that trade. And then the Bull Standard for 20 points. A unit carrying the Bull Standard may reroll failed rolls to wound when resolving impact attacks. That's not bad. What do we got for enchanted items? Anything worth talking about? Fistful of Laurels, 15 points, single use. It's common, so you have multiples of these. The bearer of Fistful of Laurels and the unit may reroll the 2d6 when making a break test. That's a get a dodge thing because you lose a game on a failed break test. Having a reroll in your pocket on that's actually really good. Ooh! Demon Slayer Scars, 20 points. It's common, so multiple models can have it. I think every one of your characters is going to buy this. The bearer of the Demon Slayer Scars gains a Terror special rule. Remember, for all the rules Terror does, fantastic. That's great. But if you lose combat and you're in base contact with a unit that causes terror, or with one or more model that causes terror, you're -1 to your leadership. That's a true auto include. That's going to be on every character. If you're playing to like make the most effective list, it's not narratively. It's not going to be on every character, right? We goof around, make whatever list. You're not going to use it all the time. I'm talking like that's strong though. Halfling Cookbook for 30 points. The bearer of the Halfling Cookbook increases their command range, dispel, and range of their single and increases their command range, dispel range, and the range of a single spell chosen by the controlling player, not including the range of self spells by 3. So your command range and your dispel range are increased by 3. You pick one spell and increase the range by 3. I'm thinking about a vortex. It's like 15. Oh, Column of Crystal. It's an elemental spell these guys can take. Increase the range by 3. 30 points. And the Hellheart. We got to talk about Hellheart. I don't even know what it does, but 20 points, single use during the command sub phase of their turn. The bearer of the Hellheart may consume it. Whether they do so, they immediately lose a single wound. However, until the start of your next turn, any enemy wizard rolls a natural double when making a casting roll, the spell's a miscast. I like that. Grut Sickle for 40 points. After making a casting roll, the bearer of Grut Sickle may roll an additional d3 and add the result to the casting roll. Awesome. However, a single friendly model within 3 of the bearer immediately loses a wound. The additional d3 cannot cause a miscast. Because you do it after you cast, it's 40 points. Because you do it after you cast, though, it's actually kind of cool. Okay, so I'm liking the ogre items. So this I really want to play ogres. Ogres have not been interesting to me for a few editions. This looks fun. This looks interesting. This looks potentially powerful. Granted, too early to say. Is this going to be an edition where monsters, cannons, and not really, but like monsters infantry are going to do really well? I'm excited to find out.